Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's feeling great. It's time to get the week off right. So, what I wanted to talk about today was something that we all, go through and speak about, which is pushing through the pain. And this can go for your business, your life, whatever the case may be. And I wrote down three key components to, that have assisted me that I would like to share with you that might assist you in pushing through your pain, whatever the case may be. So, number one is I call it puzzle pieces, and this is something that Joe D told me is that in the business that I'm in, and that a lot of people that are watching this video might be in. The business is like a box to a puzzle. As kids, when we do puzzles, you have the picture of the puzzle, on the cover, and then you have all the pieces, in the box, and you dump everything out, and you prop up the picture of the puzzle, and you go back and forth and you put everything together. In the industry that we're in, there is no picture on the cover box of that puzzle. There's a ton of pieces, but no picture to look at. So it's something that you have to figure out on your own. And the only way that you figure it out is to go through it. And there's no right or wrong road to go down, because as long as you keep moving forward, everything becomes more clear. So you're going to start to be able to put the pieces of those puzzle pieces together. And as you continue down that road, more and more pieces are going to fall into place. And by the end, you have your masterpiece. So point number one, the puzzle pieces, as long as you're moving forward, you will be able to put the pieces of that puzzle together by the end. Number two, when you feel moments in your life where you're feeling more pain, uncomfortableness, anxiety, fear, that means that you're ready for change. There's an old adage that I saw in a video. It was an old a rabbi, an Israeli rabbi, that was talking about, and he spoke about this story about a lobster. And when lobsters are born, they're born with no shell. And what they have to do is they have to basically go and find a shell so they're protected, almost like a hermit crab. Now, he said that as a lobster grows, they obviously start to outgrow their shell. And then they have to go out of that shell and they find a new one. He compared it to what sometimes our society is. And he said that if lobsters had doctors, every time they felt uncomfortable or fearful or anxiety-driven, they would go to the doctor, they would get prescribed Valium or Xanax, and they would never grow. They would stay the same size, in the same place, for the rest of their life. So if you want to compare that to life, every time you're feeling uncomfortable, every time you're feeling change coming on, fearfulness, doubt, that's the universe telling you that it's time to get out of that shell and go find a bigger one so you can grow into it. Not go through it, grow through it. So that's point number two, is when you're ready for change, you have to grow through it. Find a bigger space you can grow in. Point number three, I use this comparison to a 5-speed car compared to an automatic. When you're driving an automatic transmission car, it's easy. It's park, neutral, reverse, and drive. That's it. You're basically just moving the stick up and down. When you're driving a stick shift, that takes practice. You're going to stall out. The car's going to jerk back and forth. Whoever can relate to that. I learned to drive a stick later in life, but I did it. And it takes a little bit of time to get that rhythm between, the clutch and first gear. And then after you get out of first, it's easier to get into second, third, fourth, and then you're cruising. So if you want to compare that into life and pushing through the pain, if you didn't learn what it felt like to manage between the clutch and first gear and not push through that pain to learn to do it, no one would be driving stick shifts. But practice makes perfect. Perfectly imperfect, I should say. So when you're trying to push through that pain, you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep driving through, because on the other side of that pain is beauty. Because now you're getting in your car, you're going from first to second to third, you're just going back and forth. You found your rhythm because you pushed through it. You didn't quit, because when you quit, that's the only way you guarantee failure. So again, to push through the pain, 1, puzzle pieces. Always move forward, the picture will come together. Number 2, when you're feeling uncomfortable, grow through it. You're ready for change at that point. Find a new shell. And 3, your stick shift. Don't quit. You're going to find the rhythm between your clutch and your first gear, and then you're going to be cruising right down that road. I hope you guys find this helpful. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.